Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Vechain, whose current price stands at the $0.1964 mark, and here on TradingView the market is down by 1.21%. And before I get into the technical analysis today, I want to kickstart the video by giving you the fundamental analysis here on the Vechain. And from what you can see on their Twitter page, you can see that they tweeted today that today a new era has dawned, and this is because today they are launching a major hard fork which will start its deployment today at 8:10 GMT. So today we might expect a bit of some volatility here on the Vechain chart, and that is as a result of the hard fork that they are implementing today. So that's what we have here on the Vechain. That is the fundamental analysis on Vechain, and I can also leave a link in the description box where you can also visit their Twitter page. They have so much that they have been sharing about what they are planning for the future of Vechain, and you can check that out. Going back to the charts, I want to kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening here on the Vechain chart. From the all-time high, we have been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $0.017 mark. And starting my analysis here on the daily chart, you can see that after making our low at around the $0.02 mark, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, managing to break above key areas of resistances, but at the key area of resistance at around the $0.03362 mark, we got rejected, and we have been seeing a massive pullback to the lower side. Jumping to the 4-hour chart for further analysis, here on the 4-hour chart, you can see after making a low at around the $0.02 mark, Vechain had seen a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that I'm terming as an ABC corrective movement, and this is after invalidating an Elliot wave structure that I had over here. And after seeing the high of that ABC corrective movement, whatever I expected next is the formation of a 5-wave structure to the lower side, and I believe that is how Vechain has been playing out over here, having this as the wave 1, then a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and then continued pushing lower, making our low in the formation of that wave 5 at around the $0.021 mark. And after seeing that 5-wave structure right here in this Elliot wave structure, we can now name that as a higher Elliot wave count 1. And after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1, I expected a movement to the upper side in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2. And using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the high of that first wave to the low of the first wave, that gives me a minimum retracement area to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2 between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.5, which is the area within this red target area over here between the $0.029 mark and the $0.027 mark. Then removing the Fibonacci's, that you can see that Vechain retraced into that target area, making our peak in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2 at around the $0.028 mark. And after seeing the high of that higher Elliot wave count 2, whatever I expected next was the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3, and that is what we have been seeing over here. And in that movement to the lower side in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3, we have made a new low at around the $0.017 mark. And using the trend based Fibonacci to get a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3, I can use the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the high of that first wave to the low of that first wave, then dragging the fibs to the high of that wave 2, and that gives me a minimum retracement area in the formation of a wave 3 using the fib ratios 1:1 fib ratios at around the $0.01581 mark. And from what you can see here on the charts, Vechain has not fully maximized that red target area in the formation of that high Elliot wave count 1, count 3 at around the $0.015 mark, and we have made our low at around the $0.017 mark, meaning there are chances that whatever we have seen over here might be the low of that wave 3, and whatever we have been seeing in this movement to the upper side, that is this recovery to the upper side, might be the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 4. And using the Fibonacci's, I can also sketch out a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 4, connecting the fibs from the high of that wave 3 to the low of this wave 3, and that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.5, which perfectly lies between the $0.024 mark and the $0.023 mark. Jumping to the 1-hour chart for further analysis, Here on the 4-hour chart, you can see that after making our low in the formation of that wave 3, I'm expecting a corrective movement over here in the formation of that wave 4, and within the wave A of that corrective movement to the upper side, I expect to see a fractal wave in formation within that wave A, and I believe that is how Vechain is playing out over here. And we can have these as the wave 1 to the upper side, then this retracement as the wave 2, then we have made our high at around the $0.02 mark in the formation of our wave 3, then whatever we are seeing over here is the formation of our wave 4, then we can continue pushing higher in the formation of our wave 5, and once that plays out, then we can have this movement to the upper side as a wave A, then expect a wave B, then continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave C to fully get us into this red target area in the formation of that wave 4 to the upper side. And this is because this wave 4 is a corrective wave, and we expect an ABC corrective movement to play out. Getting back to this Elliot wave structure that I have down here, we can get to see whether this wave 3 to the upper side has done the minimum that we expect a wave 3 to the upper side to do using the trend based Fibonacci. And I just need to connect the trend based Fibonacci from the low of that first wave to the high of the wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and using the fib ratios 1:1 fib ratios, that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at the $0.0238 mark, and you can see we have made our high at around the $0.0287 mark, meaning we have fully maximized that target area that I've sketched out using the fib ratios 1:1 fib ratios. And whatever we are seeing over here might be a retracement to the lower side in the formation of wave 4, and using the Fibonacci's, we can use the Fibonacci's to get a minimum target area in the formation of that wave 4, connecting the fibs from the low of that second wave to the high of that wave 3, and that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, and you can see we have retraced into that target area, meaning there are chances that the low for that wave 4 might be in, and whatever we are seeing right now might be that movement that we are expecting in the formation of that fifth wave to the upper side. And once we see the formation of that wave 5, then that will be completing the formation of that wave A, and we can also sketch out a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave A using the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of that first wave to the high of that first wave, then dragging the fibs to the high of that wave 3, and that gives me a minimum target area at the fib level 0.618, and that is at around the $0.021 mark. So let's be patient and see whether Vechain is going to give us that pump that we are expecting in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 5, and also the formation of a higher Elliot wave, that is the formation of that wave A, and the hard fork that we are expecting from the fundamental analysis. There's a possibility that Vechain is going to give us that pump. Then once people are taking out their profit, that is after the hard fork, then we can expect a retracement in the formation of a wave B before we continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave C. Also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the RSI. We are trading at around the 43 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements either to the upper side or to the lower side. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD we have printed a bearish cross, and that would mean lower prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.